Hello and welcome to orienteering run recording. This is from training that was prepared by our friendly club from Slany. It is near village Jedomelice. So enjoy the recording. It was fun. The forest is pretty nice. I was surprised at how nice it was there. So here we are, basically getting ready to start. The organizer is checking the timer. So we have like 10-15 seconds. There is a, let's say, a compulsory, how to say that, compulsory part to the mapping start, which is at the edge of the forest here, I think. The live logs recording starts at the mapping start actually, so you will see the map now. Yeah, I think this was also one of the reasons why I decided to go along the roads here and not going straight, because there was this clearing on my left in front of me, so I thought, okay, I don't want to run through that. I will go around, and it's not that big difference. So I mostly ran along these paths or vehicle roads, sort of. And then when I was getting close to control number 1, I was looking for some small erosion gully where I expected the control. So now, if you want, you can just speed it up. YouTube allows that. If you press Shift and greater than or lower than mark, you can speed up the recording. So here the biggest problem was to precisely pinpoint the control and the erosion gully. I sort of saw it, but the controls are marked with these police tapes, which are not visible, or they are barely visible, let's say. So usually during our trainings, that's the biggest issue for me, to really see the control at the last. You really have to come exactly to the spot. Anyways, to control number 2, I basically took a bearing and went straight. And here and there I stopped just to confirm that I'm on the right track. I think I had a little trouble to find the control at the end. I didn't identify the erosion gully properly. It seemed, at first when I saw it, it seemed too deep. The erosion gully is right in front of me, but I was like, nah, that's not it. It must be this bigger erosion, which was more to my left. So that's why I started running right. But then I was getting into this, like a denser forest, and I thought, this doesn't feel right. So I went back and I thought, okay, I will check that erosion there. And it was actually it. So here, small mistake, probably, I don't know, 30 seconds, let's say. Control number 3, that was much more easier because I just took the bearing and I knew that there is this big valley in which I have to find these stones. So, and I knew that I knew this valley. It just was a matter of, picking the right direction. So I end up as close to the control as possible. Here I diverged a little bit and went a bit too early into the valley, but once I was in it, I just knew that I have to continue straight up, and there I will find the control. So no issue here, and I think good execution as well, sort of. Control number 4, that was similar. Again, it was some small erosion gully, or maybe it was an edge of this small forest, like denser forest. Here I was probably diverted. I probably didn't took the bearing properly. I went a little bit too much to the left here, so I wasn't really, I can't say I was perfect here, but I sort of was able to orient myself. There was this other small erosion, and maybe that helped me to then get the proper direction to control number 4. But I think what helped more was this, the greenish forest in front of me, which is to my right more here. Yeah, that was more visible and more like a not like a character, like a point that I tried to orient myself with. So then I came to this. Yeah, here is this small erosion. I was expecting the flag here, but it was actually inside this. Maybe because there was nowhere else to put it, I guess. Anyway, similar story to control number 5. I just took the bearing, went basically straight into the valley, and I only had this small issue with, again, not seeing the control, because it's this flag, this police tape, which is sometimes badly visible. And I was looking for the stone. Also, I wasn't looking precisely, the stone was precisely at the junction, or at the of these two valleys, valleys, and I was a little bit. I thought that it will be at one of the slopes, So I was looking. I wasn't looking properly. Here again, there was a little bit issue with this fence and how to get through it. Fortunately, I saw this valley junction in front of me, so I was like, I have to go to the left, and here, basically it's like the flag is masked or masked on the stone. I was looking for the stone on the edge of the or on the slope of the valley, so that's why I was looking there and back. And then when I got down, I found it. So yeah, a little bit of looking around, that was basically the biggest obstacle, but not bad. I was happy, or I was I confidently found the control, let's say. To control number 6, firstly I went through the valley, and I was just looking for some good place where to climb up. And then when I climbed up, I saw this erosion gully on my left, so I basically ran along that erosion gully, and I got to that path, and then I think I took a bearing and ran almost straight to control number 6. Again, it was at the top of the erosion gully, so I came to some erosion, I saw it, went along it. Again, biggest trouble was to find the flag. So yeah, now you can just speed it up, because it just takes long for me to come to control number 6. As you can see here, I'm closing in to control number 6. Here is on my left is the erosion, and I was, still looking if I will see the flag, and I was like, it should be somewhere here, and I didn't saw it until probably now, and I'm standing and almost looking in front of it's in front of me, right? So it's just sometimes it's just a matter of good eyesight, or maybe more confidence, so to control number 7, I just took a bearing and ran straight. I thought that the big road there in front of control 7 will be the point where I will stop. That should, stop me. So you can just speed it up here, or you can skip to that big road. So here at this big road, I was sort of unsure where exactly am I, but then I decided to go this way. Probably I saw this flag from afar because it was on this tree, so that helped me. And here you can see the forest is open. You can see in front of you. Again, to control number 8, I'm just taking the bearing and running straight. I almost hit the control precisely, but as I said, almost. I ended up few meters away from the control to the left. So when I came here, I looked around and then saw it here. There was also this narrow ride which was visible and which was clear. Control number 11, that was much more fun. No, control number 9. I mean, control number 9. Here, firstly, I went along this narrow right, below this small hill, and then I went straight to the fenced area. The fence is no longer there, but there was a control, and I think what happened then is that I didn't reorient my map properly, and I thought and I had turned it like 90 degrees, you know, elsewhere, and that's when all the mistakes happened, you know. As you can see here, I'm still running sort of in that direction, but here I probably did something to my map, didn't orient it correctly. I didn't hit the control. Now it seems that I will be running correctly, and I'm still running fine, but I don't see the control, and I think that's where I started to divert. Then I mistaken this narrow right that I just crossed, and which is probably no longer there. I didn't identify it. So I ended up on this road, on this path here, and I mistaken it with this narrow right, which is like 90 degrees, you know. And I started running here around like a lunatic, totally lost. It's like I stopped orient here. Like even here, I saw this clearing in front of me, but I wasn't looking into the map. I didn't like read it properly. I was like, I don't know what was I thinking. I was still looking for some vegetation border. So it sort of looked like there was a vegetation border. Then I went back, and I thought here again. Okay, so I'm here at this narrow right. Here is the bend. Here is the there is the fenced area where I was. So where is the control? And yeah, now I suggest to you just speed it up and wait when I will hit control 9, because then you know, here still I'm not oriented properly. I didn't orient the map properly. I'm going back, and I didn't get back to the control. I was just going back and looking at the hill, looking at the fenced area, but I didn't orient the map here correctly. So yeah, please just speed it up. This does not make sense to watch.
Sakra, teď jsem nějakej ztracenej tady s jámou. Kurva. Tak ještě jednou nějak. Ale je to až za tétou. Tady je tenhle ohyb, podle mě. teď jsem na úrovni tohohle. Odkud to vzít, abych se našel, ty vole. Toto je ta oplocenka. Toto je její roh. Jich je takhle. Takhle je sever. Mám být dolů totiž, ty vole. Jsem měl blbě otočenou mapu. Jo, tady je 30.
So at last, I
10.
hit the control number 9 and I'm going to control number 10. This should be easy, right? Or maybe not. Well, at first I ran fine along the bearing that I took, and all was good, but I did the mistake that I didn't read the map or didn't look at the map properly. There was a lot of these paths around this hedged area, you know, with that was, you know, overgrown. So I should have run around it and not through it. And that was the biggest mistake, I think. And then I sort of got lost in there. And instead of going outside and getting to the paths, I was still looking in that, you know, overgrown area, and I lost quite a bit of time there. So I'm not sure if you want to watch it. If not, just speed it up to control number 10. If you want, you can still listen to me. I will try to describe what was going in my mind. Here I was getting closer to this greenish forest, so at first here the path was easy, it was runnable, it wasn't difficult to get through. And as you can see, I sort of diverged from my original bearing or direction, and here I was just too lazy to go uphill and go around, so I wanted to go through, and it wasn't bad at this point. It still was okay-ish, let's say, but here I think I wasn't able to pinpoint exactly where am I. I wasn't able to exactly say which valley I am in and which path I crossed. So here, maybe at this point I was still okay. So this is the first erosion, first valley. This is good. I know where I am. But then I got to this narrow right, and I was like, which one is this? And I think here my travels began. I wasn't, you know, able to properly find myself on the map. At this point, I should have just gone left and to that main path. That would be, you know, easier to, you know, pinpoint where am I and which way to go. Here I started looking around, and every time when I saw some greenish patch, I was like, okay, that may be this marsh, or this, because our control was some kind of water marsh or something like that. So now please speed it up and find me at control number 10, because it will take me another like 4 minutes from here to find control number 10. And I was really lost here in all this narrow rides, and it wasn't really clear. There wasn't really clear anchor point for me from which I could, start again.
Tady, tamhle ještě to pole, tam je nějaký. Já jsem tady na té cestě, že ono to bude, co jde skrz tohle. Jo, ale ty vogo. Dvě cesty, co jdou stejně. To je těžký, ty tady. A tahle teda ne, jakoby pokračuje. A počkej, tady je tady plot, nebo tady není plot? Že už byl u tohohle plotu. Aj. No, tak jsem byl jenom kousek vedle, co? Tady jsem to neviděl. 10.
Okay, so finally reached the control 10, and now I can go to number 11, which yeah, sort of easy, let's say. I'm just taking a bearing here, and then you know, I saw that there is this non-passable fence, so I wanted to go around it, so slightly off the bearing, let's say. But then when I got to that path behind the fence, I again readjusted. I sort of knew that there is this big valley, so I knew that I will be able to find this rock there, because it's a really big feature. So it was sort of easy for me. So if you want, you can just speed it up until control 11, because now I think there is not much more to say. I'm mostly running along my bearing, and that's it.
To je jakoby kámen na protější straně.
So here I saw these two stones in front of me. I was looking, I was checking for the flag, and yeah, from the map it probably wasn't really clear to me if it is the stone on the right or on the left, but once I noticed the flag it was clear. Control number 12, again it was just taking a bearing, trying to run along that vegetation border, which was or was not visible there. I don't know. You judge for me, I think. But I pretty much hit the control with no issue, so you can speed it up. Yeah, so here I am, control number 12, Control number 13, again, I knew from the map that it is across the valley, so now I'm running even the correct direction, but once I was getting down and you know, finding a way down and through the valley, I sort of diverged and lost the proper direction. So I climbed up, and at first I thought the control is in one of the valleys, but you know, it was very difficult to read from the map. And at first I wasn't using the descriptions, so that was a mistake, because the control was actually not in one of these side valleys. It was actually on that one of the noses. So if I would have read the descriptions, I would probably found the control a little bit faster, because here I was looking still in the valleys if I will see the flag there. I was also using the meadows on my left as you know, orientation points. So here, this is the first one, valley which didn't have the flag in it, so I was thinking, okay, maybe the next one. So I was expecting the flag somewhere here in this valley in front of me, but as I said, I was looking inside the valley and I wasn't looking at the nose. So once I read the descriptions, I realized that it's here at this ridge or at this nose. So here I'm going slowly because it was very narrow. I didn't want to slip down. But yeah, it wasn't perfect. Next time I should read the descriptions, let's say. Control 14 I think was easy, because there was this big meadow in front of me, and all of us, we could just pass this. We didn't have to run around it or anything else. Yeah, it was a little bit trouble to get through this like green, more denser, you know, edge of the meadow, but then it was just this. And there was also this small bench with some small roof, so that was marked in the map as a other object. So, and it was in the path to control number 14, so I could just ran straight to it, and from there to control 14, and it was easy to find, so you can skip to control 14 now. From here to control number 15, again, I think taking a bearing and going straight was the best choice. There is not many obstacles in front of me. The fence is no longer there, and then there is this path, let's say, and then you get into the valley, and there was only a matter of, you know, finding yourself, finding your position in the valley. As you can see, I'm slightly diverting more to the left, and and I ended up in that small erosion gully in the circle of control 15. So here I had a little bit of trouble reading or exactly pinpointing my position, but I thought, okay, if I am in this erosion, maybe I have to go slightly like downhill. So I actually thought that I'm I think I probably didn't identify the erosion gully. I think I didn't read it, but because I'm far too much to the left from the control now. But basically, what I saw on my right side was this sort of a erosion feature, and I thought maybe this is this kind of earth wall or something, so I will go there, and from there I will pick my direction to the control. And when I got there, it was actually my control, so it just this just looked like to me like a really big erosion, you know, like something much bigger than just a ditch, no, not a ditch, a hole. So yeah, maybe there was a slight confusion, but since both features were in the same direction, I didn't miss then control 15, and yeah, I was lucky, let's say. Now control 16, that was yeah, I went along the bearing. I also noticed that there is this, you know, more greenish area around, so I went around it, and then around the paths and vegetation border to control 16. So you can now just speed it up.
Ciao. Ecco, ma la metto in Italia.
So as you saw, I also wanted to go straight at some point, but I changed my decision and went along the path and along the vegetation border. I think that was a good decision because from the orientation point of view, it was a little bit more easier to navigate to control 16. Yeah, control 17, again, basically going straight to control along my bearing. As you can see, I'm slightly diverging, not sure why, but then there was a lot of these small erosion gullies, and when I was closing to control 17, I actually saw it. I actually saw the flag, so thanks to that I got to it without any big search. And now to control number 18. Again, it was more or less straight line which I picked, but I made my life a little bit easier by going along the narrow rides there, next to my control 8, which again was sort of like an anchor point for me because I knew that I'm on 8. And then I ran straight across that small hill, let's say. And then when I was closing to control number 18, I was a little bit slow because I was looking for the control. But yeah, it was at the end, it didn't took me that long to find the control, and yeah, I was quite pleased with me at the end. Of course, I wasn't very happy about control 9. I felt like that was the biggest mistake. Number 10 was also quite a big mistake, let's say. I lost at least 4, probably 5 minutes there. Same to control number 9. I think I lost like 5 minutes there as well. So overall, I could have saved like 10 minutes, I guess. So my time was somewhat around 54 minutes. I believe I could have done it in those 45-ish. Yeah, but yeah, sometimes this happens. It just reminds me that I should not underestimate even the trainings in the areas that I'm more familiar with. So next time I will try to be more cautious and more precise, let's say. And yeah, that's it. If you want, you can now just end the video, because now I'm just getting to the finish, and then there is this after run analysis that I do, but it's only in Czech and basically summarizes what I did and what I said to you by going from control 17 to 18 by now. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I thank you that you stayed with me, and see you next time. Bye.